I live in fear as I'm getting older of shitting myself. Every time I have a coffee or something, I'm always trying to identify where all the men's rooms are and everything. I live in fear of that.
Oh yeah.
You have close
I like
calls.
the idea of you not coming out of your house anymore because you're afraid you're going to shit
yourself. I've come close to that a few times. There were a few days where I didn't want to leave the house and I wasn't sure if I was going to make it.
Got to clear your calendar. I don't know what's about to happen here. Let's just.
I got to give myself some time if I'm having that morning coffee. What time I have to leave for work? I got to make sure I schedule it right so I can make everything.
Do you guys get that? Some of my friends tell me that anytime they get the sip of a Dunkin' or Wawa coffee, they immediately have to go to the bathroom. I have never experienced that.
In the morning, it depends on what time. In the morning, when I first get up, I got to be real careful with that because I got to make sure that I have enough time.
You got to be careful. What are you just like shitting all over the place?
If I'm going to drink a coffee, I got to make sure I have some time before I leave the house and have to be somewhere so that I can go to the bathroom. Because otherwise, I'm going to be in trouble. So I
go to the bathroom the same time every day.
I really have to get up early and just make sure everything's scheduled.
I don't worry about it to the extent that you do.
I'm in a panic most days. Most days worried about that.
Is it just the shit or there a whole laundry list of things that you're
worried
about?
No, it's just pretty much that. It's pretty much, because I've had some close calls, some buzzer beaters where I just made it. I just made it into like a Starbucks or a Dunkin' Donuts. You use the men's room.
You're dancing too close to the edge there, my friend.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Right on the razor's edge.
What's the sketchiest public restroom you've ever had to use?
Sketchiest public
For me, the worst experience I've ever had.
So
any of them. Yeah. For me, it was definitely Penn Station, 10 a.m. on a Monday in New York. Probably one of the craziest.
I did have to shit in Penn Station once. And how do you say that? I had blocked that app. And how do you say that? I did have to shit in Penn Station once.
This was the beginning. See, you're opening up a whole can of worms.
Were you with one of the guys down on the train tracks, or did you go to the bathroom?
No, I asked it. I wish I didn't. I wish that men's room was horrifying.
Oh, it is horrifying in there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
That looks like the type of guy who's always working on train tracks. He's always like down there. He's got
an axe, like a pickaxe. He's just hitting something.
That would have been
like, oh, watch out, old ass going shit.
That would have been more lucrative than comedy, I'm sure, if I'd worked with a pickaxe.
You were down working on the railroad.
I wish I picked
you always have soot on your face to a certain degree.
I picked the one. Well, Colin Quinn, when I met him, he told me that I look like a boxing trainer from the 1930s, which is the greatest description.
I think you never see like the act like you belong, just go somewhere. And if you act like you're there, people just let you do whatever.
Yeah. Well, that's what's happened with me in the public bathrooms. I just acted like I know what I was doing.
Yeah.
Going into Walgreens or whatever, using the bathroom.
Ran to the employee restroom in the back.
The Walgreens men's room was pretty shaky too. I'll tell you. But I forgot about that. Now you brought that up. Penn Station. I did have to do that. And that was awful.
That's terrible.
God,
women's restrooms are always worse than the men's.
I'll tell you the trick. This is what I do. I'm not a big public bathroom person, but what you got to do is, I will occasionally have to shit in a public bathroom. What you do is, you have to start unrolling the toilet paper.
Yeah.
As you're shitting or before you're shitting.
Yeah.
To get that ready, because I have like this whole fear of like somebody's in there and they're hearing me do that, and then they're real quiet, and they hear like, and then they hear like. Like I hate when people whenever I'm in a public bathroom and somebody comes in, I'm like, come on, man, get the fuck out. Get out. Like I want to go to the goddamn bathroom. And I hate public bathrooms. I hate all that.
Oh, shit. I know it's terrible, but I mean, I thought I can either go to one of these public bathrooms or shit myself. So it was a tough choice.
What did you do with the vet when you had to piss in the trough? Did you ever go? Remember when the sure. But I remember being a little kid, and I think the Goldbergs actually did an episode on it. I was like, that was my life, because my dad I'd have to go to the bathroom so bad.
Oh yeah.
And my dad would send me, and there'd be like 30 drunk guys, like 300 pounds in a trough, and I'm sitting there for 15 minutes, and I cannot go, and I got like my fucking Wegovy dick out, and I'm sitting there, and I can't go. And I just would have horrible pains, and that led throughout the rest of my life. If I see like a trough bathroom at this point, I'm like, I'm just going to drown myself in it.
See, this whole thing with me, when I didn't have this when I was younger, where I was in a panic about having to shit all the time. It's only as I've gotten older, I guess maybe my stomach or changed. I don't know, but it's been the last 10 years where this whole thing where I'm constantly in a panic that I'm going to have to shit somewhere.
Well, your asshole to your stomach gets shorter.
Yeah, don't get old. Don't get old.
You get cold all the time and you have to shit.
I would, I would recommend not getting old because you're constantly trying to find out where a men's room is. That becomes a gigantic priority in your life. Where's all the men's rooms? Nobody tells you that when you're younger. They tell you you're going to be old.
They got an app for that now.
I was going to say, we need an app for that.
No, there is an app for that.
They probably do. They probably do.
It's America's stupidest podcast. Think NPR for dummies. This is the McGonigal Podcast.